Hello, it is January 18th, 2025. Give an update on my hair. Next month, it will have been 1 year since I went to Eugenix. I don't remember exactly how many grafts I got. I'll have to review old photos and notes. But I know I got some in the front, really just all over. But the one area where I think it was particularly good was a donor scar, which I'll show you in a minute. And that, they put, I think, about 400 beard hair grafts. And that seems to have worked very well in that area because the donor scar, this horizontal scar, is kind of indented. And the beard hair is very kinky and doesn't really lie flat. That can be a problem, but in this case, it was advantageous because it's kind of like lifting up the hair and getting rid of that indented problem. I think it might still be there a little bit, but it's really hard to see now. And I'll filming this myself, but I'll try to show you right here. But I have a mirror in the other room. I'll probably get a better look. But let's try to take a quick look here. So, as you can see, the front here, the front is, you can't quite see it in this lighting, but it's still a little bit weak. But the mid scalp and other areas really looking good. I just don't need any more hair there. All right, so look here's my right side. They did a little work on this temple point, and Dr. Bonsall mentioned you don't need a lot of grafts to get the illusion of having a temple point, and she didn't put many there. I might like some SMP or even a couple more grafts, but I have to say she was right. It really does look pretty good. Even the small amount of grafts has made a nice difference. Okay, here's the left side. And let me try to get this back here. So I have a donor scar right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it seems pretty well concealed. And in the past, my hair has gotten a little bit longer than I usually keep it, but in the past, even at this length, you could still see it. So that has really been a big help. Let's try to get this bird's eye over the top view. See here, yeah, it's really looking pretty good. Let me go out here in the sun a little bit. Yeah, so I could stop right now and I'd be very happy. I'm really have come a long way, but I wouldn't mind just a little bit in this very front row. I still have a little bit of head donor hair in this upper region. At some point I might try to do that. I think that would be helpful. It's interesting, you know, there's something called a halo effect. And that has to do, if you're good looking, people, I'm not saying I've become a handsome mug, but if you are good looking, people tend to associate other positive qualities with you, that you're nice, that you're smart. And so it's not fair, but having improved my look somewhat, I do notice I am getting treated better by people. And I mean, why are we doing this? Why are we messing with our hair? And going through all this, so there's a positive feedback loop of self-confidence, but I can just tell, I'm just sitting there quiet and people are somewhat nicer to me, and women talk to me a little more. And I mean, I'm happily married. That's not something I need, but it's nice. So yeah, having hair, there's just no doubt it makes a big difference. And I've always known this because at one time I had a hair system, and you know, that nothing is more immediate than a hair system. You know, that's like a toupee, and I was immediately getting more attention. So it's not fair, and I'm not saying you can't do just fine without hair, but for me personally, it's just something I really benefited from. And in 2 months I'll be 50, and I think it's really looking pretty good for being 50 years old. I could probably use a little touch up here and there, but yeah, so that's looking pretty good. I have a lot of other clips actually. I was in America for about a couple months ago. So I just wanted to do this update right now, but I'll also show you some of those other clips. So now I have this mirror here, so I can kind of see. Yeah, I really, it's really hard to see that donor scar. That's Really amazing. And I can like feel there's a little bit of beard hair, but you can't see it. Yeah, that was one of my major problems, is that stupid donor scar. I just had to keep my hair longer than I wanted. Let's try to see here, pushing it all forward. Yeah, see, that is looking really like thick. It's a little bit weak in the back here, but at some point I might put a little leg hair there or something. I really tapped out on the head donor hair, but I'm satisfied with it. So here I'm kind of combing it forward. Now I've combed it forward. Go over the top again. You can still see a little bit of the beard hair kinkiness. That is less noticeable when I comb it backwards, but the one advantage of combing it forward is that gets rid of any issue with my hairline. Yeah, you can see some hairs poking up, and that's that beard hair. It's unfortunate, but that was the price I had to pay to get close to a full head of hair again. As far as the Eugenix, I think they did a really good job with this beard hair and this scar. There was a little more transection than I had experienced with the doctor here in Thailand. I'm not exactly sure why that was, but that is something I noticed. So if I ever did go back there, I think I'd be reluctant to get more body hair extracted, but they are able to do it, but I guess you should expect some transection. And the head donor hair, they've got that down. And the placement was all very good and looks natural. So overall, I'm satisfied with that. All right, I guess that's enough for now for this update, and then I'll show you some of the earlier clips. Pit stop of Palmdale Desert on the way to Mojave National Preserve. Wild West, different rules apply. Some landscape here. Ooh, the wind blowing through my hair. Yeah, but man, this is a good time of year to come. It's I don't know, 75, because one of the hottest places on earth. Having a good time already. View of this. Quite expensive. Let's get away from that tree there. Yeah, this is huge. This is only a part of the Mojave Desert. When I first thought of the desert, I thought it would look very Saharan with like big sand mountains like that, but there's actually, at least the California desert, way more vegetation than most people would ever imagine. Red Rock Canyon Conservation Area. Get up here, you'll see more red rock. This is called Calico Basin. Yeah. So I got the Eugenix surgery in February. Let's see, what is it now? It's almost November, so almost 9 months. And I can see a little more is still coming in. And so 3 more months for the year, but the body hair can take longer. And about half or more than half was beard hair and leg hair, so it could be a good 15 months, but I am still seeing progress, so gotta say, quite happy with how things are looking. A couple weak spots left, but looking good. But I think next up is to get S&P in the donor area. This is what they call the scenic drive. It's a 13-mile drive. You can see a little bit more splendid stuff. Yeah, really impressive. I definitely suggest coming here. Some scenic beauty, but nothing as expansive as this. I mean, this mountain ranges just seem to go on forever. Very well designed. The Mojave National Preserve was pretty much every man for himself. And I would love to be here at night, checking out the stars. There's no artificial light here at all. That's got to be like really impressive. Oh, yeah, that's me. There we go. Yeah, imagine that's a field of stars, field of dreams. Yeah, she's got some thing where she can put the phone down and then take the picture with her watch. I love these colors too, earth tones. Yeah, this is awesome. I've been thinking about this for like 5 years. Finally back. This is Joshua Tree National Park. I didn't realize there's a $30 fee, but sometimes you get what you pay for, so I guess that's all right. Cactus, mostly prickly things. Interesting, everything adapts to the desert. I realize they get that big. That looks like an actual tree. Yeah, most of these Joshua trees, they look more like cactuses, but these are pretty big. tree. So Noi told me my hair looks more natural with it combed forward. She said it looks there is kind of a little bit of a lack of density when I slick it back. I think very few people would notice, but I don't know, the light's kind of weird here. I can't really see what's going on. Plus I have my sunglasses on. But yeah, this, if I comb it forward, it somewhat conceals any hairline imperfection. And I notice my hair is getting denser, more hair-like, even though I have a variety of different types of hair. And when you touch it, you can feel that, but it's starting to look a little bit more like hair, so might have to come up with a hairstyle where I comb it forward. It's kind of funny. It's funny to wake up and need to comb my hair. I have not needed to do that, I don't know, since I was like 19 or even earlier. The thing about combing my hair backwards is the angle is still a little off, and it looks a little bit more like a pompadour than it should. Someone with my hair density, I can't really pull it off. It like kind of waves up. It should lay a little flatter if you have the amount of hair and density I do. So that looks slightly unnatural, but still pretty good. And if I put some gel in it or something, then I can pull it off. You start filming?
Yes, I did.
All right, here we are in Malibu, California, north of Los Angeles. 3 hours ago we were in the desert, low desert. 3 hours ago we were in the high desert, now we're at sea level. California, very diverse landscape. Right. I'm going to pay attention to the road while Noi shows you the cliffs on the other side. Distance there's a cross. It's a Pepperdine University. I tried to get a job there. They have an endowment. I worked in finance at the time, but no such luck. Trying to live in Malibu, but couldn't pull it off. Just got to drive. Here's one of the most pristine views of Malibu. Pay top dollar to look at that every day. Yet another beautiful, expansive Malibu view. It's fun to say that word, Malibu. It's truly spectacular geography and landscape. Again, I'm not exactly sure why this particular area is sandy, but it is. This is the real reason I came to California. Yes, not the burrito. This is the real reason Noi came to California. Alright, she has to